You're expecting the usual sweet embrace when, long, reality hits.
Milestones like this may start at age 9. Discussions with their doctor about HPV vaccination, a type of cancer prevention against certain HPV-related cancers, can start then, too. For most, HPV clears on its own, but for others, it can cause certain cancers later in life.
Embrace this phase. Help protect them in the next. Ask their doctor today about HPV vaccination.
Austin and his team fought to the end, and I'm so thankful that I found Austin. And that's very special.
Go to southernroofingaugusta.com for all of your roofing needs.
What's your case worth? Injury.com by Morgan & Morgan.
Save big on fountain drinks and chewy ice at Parker's Kitchen. We're celebrating 50 years of Parker's Kitchen with 50-cent fountain drinks all summer long with Parker's Rewards.
Live from Augusta. Breaking news.
I'm Zaina Halliburton. Thanks for watching First at 4. We begin with breaking news. Former state senator Charles Walker has died. Walker represented Augusta and was the first African-American majority leader of the Georgia Senate. He served in that body for over a decade. Walker's political career ended in 2005 when he was sentenced to prison for mail fraud and tax evasion. He was granted full release in 2016 and a year earlier than was anticipated. We'll have more on this story in the next half hour. Charles Walker was 78 years old. We've been under a heat advisory in the CSRA this afternoon as extreme temperatures have been ongoing for the last week. We turn now to your first alert meteorologist, Emily Acton, with what we all need to know here at home, Emily.
It has been another hot afternoon for us, a very hot start to the work week. Again, heat advisory still going until 8 p.m. tonight, so still have 4 more hours for that heat advisory to expire. Feels like temperatures today have reached as high as 108. Right now, we're sitting right around 105 for us here in the Augusta area, but some spots could be even a little bit higher. Martinez reading at 107 right now. The Welcome Center just bumped up to 113. That might be a little bit overdone there, but it is hot all across the CSRA. And again, we have those heat advisories in effect for most of our area until 8 p.m. tonight. Make sure that if you do have any evening plans, you're taking plenty of breaks if it involves being outdoors. And again, if you've been waiting to take your furry friend out on a walk for the evening, you're going to have to wait well after sunset for conditions to start to cool off. I'll have a look at what we can expect for your Wednesday and the rest of the work week coming up.
Thanks, Emily. Closing statements were heard in the Arbery Anthony trial today as jurors work to deliberate who was responsible for Anthony's death in January of 2022. The state heard from 3 witnesses today. They included 2 investigators of the case. The jury has just returned from lunch, but a verdict is not likely to be announced today. We'll have more updates on this throughout the evening. A traffic alert. James Brown Boulevard's northbound lane is closed in downtown Augusta from Broad Street to Reynolds Street. The closure is part of the ongoing downtown construction, allowing crews to install new underground piping. Augusta Engineering adds construction between 11th and 10th Streets now involves the sidewalks, though they're still open to pedestrians. Richmond County deputies are looking for a runaway teenager. Take a look here at your screen. Monique Blair was last seen Monday afternoon on Peters Road. She was wearing a white crop top and black leggings. If you have any information, please contact the Richmond County Sheriff's Office at 706-821-1020. We have that information on our website. Reactions are continuing to pour in following the shocking death of actress Hayden Panettiere. Mourners gathering at the Judson Mill apartment complex in Greenville, where Panettiere passed away Sunday. Some spoke of how her movies and shows impacted them and how her openness about her struggles inspired them to confront their own issues.
I would want them to know that Hayden was a beautiful soul. She seemed to care about people genuinely. She was very kind. She was very quirky, and she was well loved. And she dealt with her struggles in public, and I believe she had a plan. And until the very end, she was working on those, as evidenced by the book she put out.
Panettiere's death is still under investigation, but police say there are no signs of foul play. The trial of a Massachusetts mother accused of killing her 3 children entered its 15th. 2 workers in Toledo, Ohio have died after huge explosions rocked an Ohio recycling facility. Video shows a large fire and smoke plumes as fire engines surrounded that building. Toledo's fire chief said the incident began around 5 in the morning. Locals reacted to the shocking turn of events as the fire was still burning.
I felt the vibration thinking it was the train, and I woke back up and I was like, okay, well, didn't really feel like nothing happened. But then I got back up and felt the whole house shake, along with other people that were out here. They felt the same thing. And then I ran outside thinking there was something major going on. And I came outside, and next thing you know, I looked up in the sky and saw the explosion from my own two eyes right in front of me. It went up pretty high.
Toledo's fire chief says at least half the building collapsed with no indication of what caused the explosions. Security video cameras say he could face charges if found. Emily.
Well, we are still talking about the heat as we go throughout the rest of our work week. Our weekend looking a little bit better, but it's still summer here in the CSRA. I'll have a look at your full forecast coming up.
Plus, Georgia's biggest city will review flock camera usage. We have the latest updates on the controversial technology coming up. Of a weapon on his body, he ultimately left the area. Police say he could face charges if found. Emily.
Well, we are still talking about the heat as we go throughout the rest of our work week. Our weekend looking a little bit better, but it's still summer here in the CSRA. I'll have a look at your full forecast coming up.
Plus, Georgia's biggest city will review flock camera usage. We have the latest updates on the controversial technology coming up.
Time and Temp, sponsored by Riverside Heating and Air.
For comfort you can count on, call Riverside Heating and Air. Now offering 0 interest for 60 months on new system replacements. Stay comfortable inside with Riverside Heating and Air.
Turn your porch or offer in soon.
Now, your first alert weather with meteorologist Emily Acton.
Well, we have a first alert continuing until 8 p.m. tonight. That's when the heat advisory will expire. It's still going to be hot for the next several days, but as of right now, we're not anticipating another heat advisory for at least your Wednesday. Could come back later on into the work week, though. So first alert until 8 p.m. tonight. Very dangerous temperatures out there, and make sure you're staying hydrated and have a good way to cool off. Most of us are under that heat advisory, again, covering a good portion of the CSRA for our evening. So if you do have outdoor plans, again, stay hydrated, take plenty of breaks. Even at 7 p.m., we'll still be in the 90s. After sunset, slowly but surely cooling off into the upper 80s. Still feeling, though, like the mid-90s at least through 9 p.m. It's taking us a long time to cool off for our overnight hours. And again, we can expect this heat to stick around for the next several days. Mostly dry conditions for the next 2 days for us. But as we get closer to the weekend, rain chances will start to increase. Nothing too major, and kind of unfortunately so. That would help us cool off a little bit. But once we get into our Friday, we'll see those feels like temperatures jump back up to right around 107. So again, we could still see another heat advisory issued later on into the week. I know a lot of people have plans. Friday night football. Be prepared for the heat. It's still August. Those first couple of games are always very hot out there. But again, could see a few of those isolated to even scattered showers. For our area, I would bring the rain gear just in case. I wouldn't cancel any plans. We still have several more days to get more of those higher res models to see exactly when those showers will pop up. But as of right now, just know there is going to be that chance for your Friday and Saturday or Thursday, I should say. We could see a few showers coming in from the coast, bringing in an isolated rain chance or two. But again, looking at the next 7 days, it's a hot stretch for us. We'll get a little bit of relief for our weekend. 93 Saturday, 94 Sunday.
Okay, Emily, thank you. Atlanta's mayor is instructing the city's police.
Action!
Imagine your community without the places that hold it together, without the support you don't always see, without someone willing to stay. This is what happens when a bank leaves, when decisions are made somewhere else. Now imagine it the way it is today. Business is open, families growing, the future is moving forward. We're still here, and we plan to be.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every year, more and more people call us. Last year, it was over 3 million. It's because word spreads and people talk. They tell their neighbors, Morgan & Morgan helped me. they'll fight to help you too. That's how trust is built. One person, one family, one town at a time. Nobody is a nobody, and everybody needs a somebody. Injured? Let us be your somebody. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.com.
Sono Bello helped me take back my life.
At Sono Bello, we...
A new study suggests sugary drink consumption could greatly increase your risk of cancer. Mass General Brigham reports consuming one sugar-sweetened drink per day may more than double your gastric cancer risk compared to drinking just one sugary beverage a month. Sugary drinks include punch, lemonade, and sports drinks. However, the study found no link between artificially sweetened beverages and gastric cancer. Many kids find rock climbing challenging, even more so if they're missing limbs or have other physical limitations. Stephanie Stahl shows us how one camp is empowering those kids to reach new heights.
13-year-old Chanel Hollingsworth can't walk on her own, but here she's able to get out of her wheelchair and climb this wall.
Oh, it's really fun.
She's part of Camp Rock, hosted by Children's Hospital of Philadelphia for children with limb differences.
It's a nice place where people with differences can come rock climb and know that we are all the same.
This is where differences aren't just accepted, they're celebrated.
I call it a lucky fin.
11-year-old Nate Brandt has a nickname for the small hand he was born with.
How do you climb with your hand?
I just I bend it and just put it inside the rock.
Is it hard for you?
Not really. I mean it hurts when I grab the rocks,
right?
Obviously, but no, it's not hard.
The camp is designed for kids who have issues with their hands, arms, or legs.
A difference in either function, appearance, or combination.
Occupational therapist Megan Pankey says the camp is helpful for the kids physically and mentally, building self-esteem.
Challenging them to participate in this camp and push them to set individual goals and then exceed those goals can really give these kids a boost of confidence and teach them and show them that they really can do anything that they want to set out to do.
9-year-old Ava Zawislak had her leg amputated because of bone cancer.
I was really scared on the first day, but now I'm so happy that I made it to the top and stuff.
All about empowering differences with these campers reaching new heights. Stephanie Stahl, CBS News, Philadelphia.
I love that, and there's so much confidence in that room. You can do anything you set your mind to, and I love to see those kids having a good time while they do it. Emily.
Well, looking at the next several days, we are going to have feels like temperatures continue to be in the triple digits. So just some tips to beat the heat. Wear lightweight, light-colored clothing. Avoid outdoor activities really for the majority of the day, honestly, right now. Make sure you're taking plenty of breaks and check on those pets. I'll have a look at your full forecast coming up.
A very special Barbie honoring one star's milestone anniversary. We show you how Mattel's celebrating Marilyn Monroe after this.
For 50 years,
one for herself.
Marilyn Monroe is seen as one of cinema's great beauties, and she's now being honored with her very own Barbie. The starlet was born just over 100 years ago, and Mattel is releasing an all-new Barbie to celebrate. The doll recreates Monroe's appearance in Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, where she wore a sparkling pink dress and sung "Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend." And honestly, I'm surprised that we didn't already have a Marilyn Monroe Barbie, because there's a Barbie for everyone.
Yes, there is. I was just thinking that. Yeah, I'm surprised. And maybe there is one, and this is just a new one with a new outfit. I don't know. Interesting.
Okay, and yeah, look, they've done several.
Right.
Okay, so this is just a new one in honor of the anniversary. So yeah, so many people are going to want that Barbie. But what people don't want, Emily, is the heat, and she's going to have more on that coming up. And speaking of heat, keeping work on track while staying cool, we're going to tell you about efforts to keep outdoor employees safe during this extreme heat. Next, First at 4.
My husband was in a pretty serious accident, which led to my husband actually passing away, which was very hard on our family.
I was 16 years old. It was incredibly traumatic.
Being able to take the burden off of you guys to handle the legal aspect at least gave you all a chance to kind of get through those first several years.
Austin and his team fought to the end. I'm so thankful that I found Austin.
If you've lost a loved one because of someone else's negligence, call Austin Jackson. Your roof is out of sight, out of mind, until it starts leaking. And by then, you could be facing a roof replacement bill costing thousands.
Before you replace your roof, call Roof Savers. Introducing patent-pending Renew at 17 roof preservation, a breakthrough treatment that will extend your roof's life by 17 years with just one treatment.
If your roof is showing signs of aging, don't wait. Every day your shingles are exposed to harsh UV rays, storms, hail, and weather damage, they lose flexibility and protection.
Renew at 17 helps restore shingle flexibility, prevent granular loss, and provide powerful UV protection.
It's lab tested and backed by a 17-year transferable warranty. Think you need a new roof? Maybe not.
Roof preservation is around 70% less than the cost of a roof replacement.
Because let's face it, roofing materials and labor costs are through the roof.
That's why Roof Savers offers a free professional roof inspection.
We'll give you an honest assessment of your roof's condition.
If your roof qualifies, we can preserve it.
If it doesn't qualify, we can replace it.
But don't wait until a small problem becomes a major expense.
Protect your home, protect your investment, and add 17 years to your roof's life.
Call Roof Savers today and schedule your free roof inspection.
Because the longer you wait, the fewer options you may have. America's #1 choice for roof preservation is Roof Savers. Save your roof, save your money.
You're watching News 12, First at 4. Continues.
Thanks for watching First at 4. I'm Zaina Halliburton. We send things over to your First Alert meteorologist, Emily Acton, where we have been under a heat advisory here in the CSRE this afternoon as extreme temperatures have been ongoing for the last week, Emily.
It has been pretty brutal here for the mid-August and continuing for the rest of our work week. Right now, we're sitting at 99 for the actual temperature at Bushfield, 97 at Daniel Field, Aiken sitting at 98, 97 over in Thompson. It is hot all across the CSRA. Our feels like temperatures roughly 5 to 7 degrees warmer than what the actual temperatures are. So we're feeling like the triple digits across the area. Some spots even feeling as hot as 108 over in Grovetown. So it is a hot afternoon, and it's going to continue for the next several hours. It's been taking us a very long time to cool off overnight. So again, that heat advisory until 8 p.m. We won't really start to feel somewhat comfortable, honestly, until early tomorrow morning. I checked last night. Our temperature was still mid-80s around midnight. So it has been hot for us here. If you have outdoor plans this evening, just be prepared for the heat. Zane, I'll have a look at when things might cool off a little bit coming up.
Thanks, Emily. And we have been following breaking news that former Georgia State Senator Charles Walker has died. Your Brett Buffington is here in the studio looking back at Walker's life and legacy.
Zeta, we learned from his family today that Charles Walker died there at his home. He's 78 years old. If you remember politics in Augusta, he was an icon who set boundaries that others had not crossed, opened doors on them, and walked right through. He was the first African-American elected to majority leader of the Senate in Georgia. Before that, he served as the 85th district representative, that term for 4 years before moving on, getting elected as Augusta's senator in the 22nd district. That was in 1990. 6 years in that seat. He went to his peers, the people under that gold dome in Atlanta, and among them was elected to lead the Senate as the first African-American majority leader in Georgia's history. It is a moment that so many people in Augusta remember. It was a moment that so many people in the South remember because a man who looked like him had never done that here before. And the man who sits in that 22nd seat right now, the House Minority Leader, remembers how it felt, what it meant when Charles Walker became that title. Let me ask you this as boldly as I can. There are people who came down here the color that I am, and there are people who came down here the color that you are, and now, this day and age, we do our best to make sure that that doesn't matter. But back when he was elected, that was a hard job in the South, to be a black man, to be a senator. But he went to become elected by his peers as the Senate Majority Leader. What did that mean when it happened? What did that mean for people who live in the South, who are African-American, black people, black men, who could look at Charles Walker and say, look what he did. And then behind him, when he opened that door, what did he leave that could come through that door? in his legacy?
Well, I think what it meant was that African Americans have a place within politics to actually be able to get things done and have a place in leadership within politics, especially when talking about a place like Georgia. And so I remember him actually giving a speech, I believe it was up in Washington, D.C. I happened to just catch it on C-SPAN. And I remember thinking how great it was to have somebody from Augusta giving a speech, up there in D.C., basically kind of describing what it was like to be the majority leader and also things that he had went through in life.
Like so many of our stories, Charles Walker, the former senator's story, also had ups like that one, and it had downs. In 2005, federally convicted of tax fraud, tax evasion, and mail fraud, he did go to spend time in federal prison, but he leaves behind a legacy that is much bigger than that. He set and crossed lines that people thought at that time might not ever get crossed. Former Senator Charles Walker has died this morning. Funeral arrangements have not been set. We will let you know when we get those. So many people paying their respects. The family saying thank you tonight for that, Zena, as they ask for privacy.
Brett, thank you for that. Updating a story from this weekend, the GBI is now investigating a shooting at a party in Sparta. 5 people were injured on Beulah Highway this weekend. 1 remains in critical condition. Anyone with information is asked to contact the GBI Regional Investigative Office at the number here on your screen. The woman accused of abducting 2 young girls in Atlanta appeared in court today. Police say Nora and Zola Redding were reported missing by their mother Sunday. She said they were with the babysitter, Lakeisha Brown, before disappearing. The girls were found Monday. Deputies say Brown has a history of kidnapping children. She had an outstanding warrant for allegedly kidnapping an Alabama baby back in 2021.
I found it out when we was in the investigation room. My sister looked it up on her phone. And she showed it to me, and I read the comments and stuff, and they was telling what was going on. And everything she did to that girl, she doing it to me now.
Investigators say FBI cell phone ping technology was used to locate Nora and Zola. They were found inside a 2 trailer, which Warrens say had no air conditioning. The extreme heat is causing concerns for worker safety as crews continue construction efforts in downtown Augusta. Earlier this year, a Georgia State House bill proposal offered protections to workers in high-risk sectors such as construction, manufacturing, and agriculture. It would have required companies to provide a heat illness prevention program, a written safety plan, and immediate access to drinking water. That bill died a quarter of the way through the legislative process. We'll have more updates on this story through the rest of the week. Alec Murdaugh's defense is making, well, it's back to school season and health experts are giving tips to help your kids be well rested during the busyness of classes. Pediatricians say you should set your kids' bedtimes back gradually before school instead of waiting until night before to tuck them in early. This is critical as proper sleep impacts everything from mood to the immune system.
So really for the weeks and days leading up to back to school, you want to try and shift their bedtime schedule up by 15 to 30 minutes every night. So that by the time the first night of school rolls around, they're sort of back on their regular routine.
The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends 10 hours of sleep a night for preschoolers. For grade school kids, it goes down to 9, and teens should spend at least 8 hours in bed each night. Here at home, some dogs are getting a second chance behind bars. It's called Pups in the Pen. For 2 years, inmates at Augusta State Medical Prison have fostered and trained rescue dogs no shelter could place. Each dog is paired with a handler who cares for it around the clock, feeding, training, and handling its every need. In just over 2 years, the program has adopted out more than 122 dogs, many not adoptable at shelters for medical or behavioral issues.
These guys, they've lost their identity. They don't really have a purpose. I think these dogs, they give them a purpose. They give them something to live for, something to get up for every day.
Coming up all new on News 12 at 6 o'clock, I'll tell you more about the program and how inmates are also helping community pets by creating keychains and bracelets. Emily.
I'm excited to see that story, Zaina. Looking at our forecast for the next several days, we're still feeling like summer and very hot into our summer for us. I'll have a look at what we can expect for your weekend. A little bit of a cool down coming up.
Some construction workers in Europe are giving new phrase get rich quick after a remarkable discovery. We have the amazing story after this.
At Stanton, for a limited time, kids get a free eye exam.
Penguins need clear vision. Kids do too.
Plus, glasses start at just $79, made same day. Smart, simple, Stanton.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. When my brother Tim was injured, we had nobody in our corner. And I promised myself long ago that no family would be left without somebody to fight for them. That promise became Morgan & Morgan. 35 years later, we kept it. So many families protected. $30 billion recovered. We became America's largest injury firm for a reason. Size matters, reputation matters, results matter. There's only one Morgan & Morgan for the people.com.
The cost of health care.
At Stanton, we use the latest technology to make your glasses the same day.
Life's too busy to wait for glasses.
Get 2 pairs for $79 and a free eye exam. Smart, simple, Stanton.
Now, your first alert weather with meteorologist Emily Acton.
Well, we have a first alert issued, and that continues until 8 p.m. tonight as we are under a heat advisory for feels like temperatures anywhere from 108 to even 110 in spots. And again, that's going to continue for the next 3.5 hours roughly. So if you do have outdoor plans this evening, make sure that you have a good way to cool off, because that heat advisory is issued for most of our area. All of us here in the CSRA, though, dealing with extreme heat. Through 7 p.m., we'll still be in the 90s. After sunset, we'll start to cool off into the 80s for us, but it's a long process for us to really cool off. I mean, by 11, we're still sitting in the low 80s. So it takes us a minute to cool off. Really don't feel much relief until early in the morning, but this pattern is going to stick around for the next couple of days, at least Wednesday, Thursday, mostly dry, and again, very hot for our afternoons. Feels like temperatures will be anywhere from 101 to maybe even 105 for the next couple of days, but Friday, a little bit more humidity coming into play, and that's going to bump up our feels like temperature close to that heat advisory criteria. So we'll continue to watch as we go throughout the next couple of days. But it is summer, it is hot, and I know a lot of people are starting to have more outdoor plans, maybe football plans. Just know it is going to remain hot here for at least the next couple of weeks. But looking at our rain chances, Thursday could see a few stray showers really south of I-20. That's going to be the best chance of seeing those afternoon showers. And then Friday, few hit or miss. I know this kind of looks like a lot of rain. It's going to be hit or miss showers for us. I would not cancel plans, but maybe just want to have the rain gear if you do have any Friday night football plans. Looking at Saturday, few hit or miss showers possible as well. But we're still packing the heat for the next several days. Tomorrow, 97, back to 100 potentially for your Thursday. Once we get into the weekend, a little bit higher rain chances for your Saturday. That'll drop our temperatures down to right around 93, but you can see starting next week, we're back up into the upper 90s.
Thanks, Emily. Some European construction workers are giving new meaning to the phrase "get rich quick" after discovering a stash of gold worth millions. Tina Krause tells their story and reveals if they'll get to keep any of it.
18-year-old Kuba and his crew were laying a new sewer line to earn some summer cash when the Belgian builders dug up a fortune.
At first I thought those are just a few euro coins in a row, and then you look further and then it turns out that it's actually an enormous amount of money lying there.
More than $10 million in gold, some 4,000 coins and around 50 gold bars hidden in the walls of a cellar.
They were shouting, "We have found gold," but you don't believe it at first until you go closer, take a look and hold it in your hands, and that is indescribable.
A charity group owns the property and could end up splitting the surprise haul with the construction workers.
We certainly aren't counting our chickens before they hatch at the moment. Nor are we thinking about what we're going to do with it yet. Right now, we're mostly still surfing the wave of amazement.
Police say the gold is now in a high-security vault and will stay there as they investigate where it came from, when it was hidden, and who it belongs to. Any legitimate owner has 5 years to speak up and claim it. So for the finders, silence really could be golden. Tina Krause, CBS News, London.
5 years to speak up and claim it. That's a long time. That's nice. This kind of thing happens only in dreams, I feel like. Police say some of the gold bars date over 60 years, while the royal coins feature monarchs from different eras. Still ahead, optimizing your retirement plans through Social Security claims. We have some helpful advice next on Watching Your Wallet.
Experience the...
Looks like a relaxing time. More European cities are combating over-tourism using methods including restricting large cruise ships, charging day fees, and clamping down on short-term rentals. Emily?
Well, we've had a very hot start to the work week, and that's going to continue for the next several days for us. Tomorrow, highs right around 97. I'll have a look at your 7-day forecast one more time coming up.
Own ultimate mommy makeover. The results are incredible. Do this for you. Don't wait. Call Sono Bello today.
It's the final days of the Ford Summer Sales Event.
Off they go, spreading capability across America. Great deals, great trucks.
Great time to buy. And J.D. Power says Ford is now #1 in new vehicle quality.
All the hauling and towing they'll do, wish I could go with them. Sure looks like fun.
But the deals end soon. Better hurry.
Get 0% APR for 36 months and $1,000 toward your down payment on select Ford vehicles, plus $500 final days bonus cash.
Accidents don't keep off.
Thanks for watching News 12 on your side.
A drunk driver comes.
Breaking news just into the newsroom. The Aiken County coroner updating the public on a man who was pulled from the Savannah River Saturday. They say an investigation has been launched into Justin Swearigan's death. They say he was pulled from the water by bystanders Saturday and pronounced dead yesterday. The death is ruled accidental. A toxicology analysis is pending.
Well, looking at our forecast here for the next 7 days, it's going to be a hot stretch for us. Tomorrow, 97. Not seeing any heat advisories for your Wednesday. Thursday, actual temperature right around 100 degrees. And then for your Friday, dropping just a little bit down to 97, but humidity will start to go up. Our feels like temperatures will be close to that heat advisory criteria. And that is for the start of football season, high school football season around here. There is going to be a chance of a few of those hit or miss showers. I wouldn't cancel plans, but definitely plan on having the rain gear just in case. As we get closer to Friday, we'll have a little bit better view of what we can expect in terms of those showers. Saturday, temperatures will drop a little bit to right around 93 degrees. We'll keep the low 90s for your Sunday.
Get breaking news faster and get your first alert quicker. Your news, your way, always free. Download the all-new WRDW News app today.
What will you do when the power goes out? Power outages can be unpredictable and inconvenient, but with a Generac home standby generator, your life goes on uninterrupted, because when your Generac detects a power outage, it automatically powers up, giving your family the security and peace of mind they deserve.
We don't have to worry about whether we lose power or not. If the utility company does not come through, our Generac does.
After the hurricane happened, we just want to be prepared for anything.
8 out of 10 home generators are Generac, with thousands of satisfied customers.
The number one thing to prepare for is extended power outages. Don't make it so hard on yourself. Have a Generac home standby generator.
And owning a generator is easier than ever. Special financing and low monthly payment options are available. And if you call now, you will also receive a free 5-year warranty valued at over $500. Call or go online now to request your free quote.
As soon as I called Austin Jackson, I was assured that everything would be taken care of for me.
We protect, we guide, and we assist the injured of our community after an accident.
I love my work caring for people. I often assist women who struggle with urinary incontinence, women who have fallen trying to reach the bathroom, or who have damaged skin from too much wetness. It can take a toll on them. At home, I worried for my mother. A lack of sleep due to bladder leakage affected her life. That's why I'm so glad the Purix system is available for home use. It's an innovative option for women who experience moderate to severe bladder leakage. This external system uses a soft, flexible wick placed outside the body to draw urine away from the body and into a collection canister. It's non-invasive and designed to keep the skin dry and stay in place. We trust it to help her throughout the night, so we're all better rested and can enjoy the things we love together.
Order yours online at purewickethome.com or call 800-485-6416 today. New external catheters for women and men available for home use. Call 800-485-6416 today.
Thanks for watching News 12 on your side.
Hot, fresh, ready when you are. Grab a breakfast burrito, corn dogs, or pepperoni pizza with our new value deals. Just $4, $5, or $6 at Parker's Kitchen.